So I wanted to address my username. I've gotten several comments about it, and it does have some sort of meaning, I guess. It's not something I just came up with off the cuff. So I thought I'd just do a quick whispered video, soft-spoken, whispered, just kind of explaining it because I thought it might be a little interesting. It's kind of a weird story. So I say this, but then after I tell it, I bet I'm going to be like, wow, that wasn't so interesting after all. Anyways. So when I was a kid, like late elementary, early middle school, I was in some like extracurricular programs. So every Tuesday, halfway through the school day, my mom would pick me up and I would go to like a group with a bunch of other kids. And I think there was one year where like I was the only person from my grade. Like every other kid in the group was like a grade or even two above me. So it's like the first time we're all meeting up because every year it's kind of a different group. So the instructor, teacher, whatever, she wants us to kind of do an icebreaker. And also she wants it to still be kind of mentally challenging. So she does this thing where you all sit in a line and then you introduce yourself and you say, like, I'm so-and-so, I like this. And then the next person says, I'm so-and-so, I like this. And they were so-and-so and they liked this. And so, like, the first person has it easy because they just introduce themselves. But then, like, the last person in line has to try to remember every single person's name and every single person's, like, activity. Anyways, this is a little bit besides the point. So I was kind of shy as it was. But then because all these kids are older than me, I wasn't, like, feeling like socializing at all, because I was very intimidated by them, especially like when you're a kid, like one grade above you just feels like, oh my god, they're like grown-ups and you're like a little kid. I was just like, I thought they were all so funny and like so cool, and so I was kind of like eavesdropping on them, and the teacher, like pretty much after like the second person who said like video games is their activity or like TV, she's like, okay, we're not doing anything electronic, which is kind of, in my opinion, like a ridiculous rule for like an icebreaker. And so we're just like trying to think of something that we like or something that we do that's non-electronic. So we're just like all kind of coming up with like dumb stuff. So like the first person says like, I like books. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then you get to me and I'm like, I like blankets. Like, yeah. It starts like quickly dissipating because we're not even supposed to repeat things either. Like, we're all supposed to have a unique item. So the whole thing was like really convoluted and kind of ridiculous. But I was listening to some of the kids like near me and they were like, what do we use every day that's not electronic? I use a toilet. And then, honestly, this was so long ago. This was like 8 years ago, I think. Maybe even 10 years ago. I don't remember. I think it was 10. I'm getting old. So I don't remember exactly how they got to this thing. But they were joking about how ridiculous it would be if someone robbed you and took a toilet. Because a thief would, like, they'll take a TV, they'll take whatever, but no one's ever had their toilet stolen. And I, at the time, just thought, like, I was in, like, 4th grade or something. I don't know. And I just thought this was, like, the funniest thing ever. Like, I was, like, trying so hard not to just be, like, laughing on my own because like I didn't want them to know I was like eavesdropping, but at the same time it was just so funny to me. And then like flash forward like maybe a year and I was like, I don't know, like making a Neopets account or something, like, whatever I was doing at that time in my life that I needed a username. And I was so sick of having to pick usernames with numbers, and like I just wanted to have a username that I knew would never be taken. Like what would never need to have a number on it. Like I wasn't gonna use my name. I wasn't gonna use because pretty much anything I ever thought of, it was taken. And it was like really frustrating. And so like this username kind of came out of spite, just because I was tired of having to come up with numbers. And I was like, even though this does not have like any association with me as a person, I'm going to use it because I'm freaking tired. And I don't think anyone cares about usernames anyways. So I was in like middle school and I just like used Stolentoilet because I thought of those kids. And to this day, it's never been taken. And of course, now that I make this video, I'm sure that'll be a problem for me, but that's okay because I think I've gotten enough use out of this username. But yeah, that's where Stolentoilet comes from. I don't know if that makes this username any more understandable. It's just something I didn't want to have numbers, and it's never failed me. And growing up, I was always kind of a weird kid anyway, so like people kind of expected me to have a weird username, and like most people didn't question it. They're like, okay, that's just Kat. She's just a little weird. Which I'm totally fine with that. I really don't care. But yeah, just a quick whispered video about my username. Thanks for watching. Bye.